Welcome to the PharmaVOICE Editor's Take video series, recorded live at the DIA 2014 annual meeting in San Diego, hosted by Taryn Grome, editor of PharmaVOICE. In this episode, Taryn meets with Carmen Weese, Senior Vice President, Data Operations, INC Research.
Carmen, welcome to the 50th anniversary of DIA in San Diego.
Great, thanks to be here.
So, big data is a hot topic right now. Let's talk about what the advantages and disadvantages of having the availability to access unprecedented amounts of information is in terms of clinical development.
I think this is an exciting time for data and data management. That's my passion, that's my background. Been doing that for over 16 years now, and I think it's exciting that we're actually using the data that's been out there. I mean, just think of the volume that we've massed up through all of the clinical trials and what we can use in terms of selecting our patients, looking at sites and which sites to select. I think this is truly exciting in terms of using it. Now, to the point of disadvantages, certainly, I think having that much data, you can get analysis by paralysis, right? So you have to make sure you're focusing on the right areas. And I think that's why we're here today, right? That's why we're at these meetings and exploring these topics and really networking with other people within this area so that we can look at what other people are doing and kind of use that information to better the clinical trial environment.
Fantastic. Some say data science may eventually become as prominent, if not more so, than biological science. How do you believe technology will continue to drive innovation in terms of drug development?
Well, it's not by chance that I ended up walking out today having my Fitbit on. Certainly have that on, and I think that we can capitalize on using things like that in terms of clinical trials, right? That gives us activity levels. It's certainly something for type 2 diabetes trials that we can be looking at. I think leveraging what we have out there is amazing, and in terms of the patients, they already have access to that, so that bring your own device and campaigns like that are going to actually allow them to not have to carry multiple things and forgetting them and logging in. It's something that they use every day, so being able to capitalize on that going to change what we do and how we see data in terms of clinical trials.
Exciting indeed. Patient centricity is another predominant trend, and while patients have always been at the heart of clinical studies, what does this new movement mean in terms of personalized medicine and clinical trials?
So for me, I think when I think of patient centricity, the first thing that comes to mind to me is informed consent and how we actually get patients into the trial. I think we overcomplicate. There's so much legal language surrounding the informed consent that the patients don't really know what they're getting into. In addition to that, people learn from different mediums. So I think being able to bring in pictures, being able to really tailor the clinical trial process to the patient so that they actually know what they're being involved in, and then having that data accessible and available throughout the entire clinical trial process is really going to give the patients the leverage they need to make sure they're making the right decisions in terms of their patient care.
Thank you so much for sharing these great insights with us in our Editor's Take video program.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about what I love.
Excellent.
Additional Editor's Take videos, as well as podcasts, white papers, webinars, and more are available at www.pharmavoice.com.